Good morning, online learners. I'm Mr. Monzo and I teach science 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade at Level Green Elementary. This is my open house video and I'm just going to briefly highlight how we're going to begin the year and just add now that there'll be some adjustments we make throughout the year, and as we learn more about technology and online learning, we will try to add to it and spice it up. But we're going to have a very basic start and then go from there. So some of you may remember my 4 o'clock chair, and this is where I like to sit whenever I get stressed out. So I'm going to take a seat there right now, and it feels like it's 4 o'clock. That's a little joke we have in my homeroom, and the students know this chair very well. We begin every day with a pledge of allegiance to our flag. You can see the flag in the upper corner of the classroom. And we like to honor our veterans. There's a picture of my sister here who served 26 years in the Air Force. And we start every day by honoring our veterans and all Americans with the pledge. And at the end of the pledge, we like to say, seize the day and make the most of every day. So if you're ever tired in the morning and you don't feel like getting out of bed, just seize the day and make the most of this day and of the situation that we're dealing with now with COVID and the coronavirus. I like what I see on television when they say, follow the science, and the science will have the answers and get us through this. So in a real sense, science begins here in the classroom in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, and this is where it all begins. This is the roots of what's going to get us through this, and you never know, you may be inspired to become a scientist someday, and hopefully we don't go through anything like this again. But if we do, the answer is with science. That is how this will be solved, and I am confident that we will have this solved. So I feel very privileged to be a part of the solution by educating young students every year on science and how we will solve various things in this world, including the coronavirus. If you can see the board, it's kind of hard to see with the glare because of the lights. What I did was I outlined the topics that we're going to start the year with. And in science, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, we learn about life science for the first part of the year. And then we skip to a new unit and we learn about earth science. And then we skip to a 3rd unit, physical science. Now, if there's time left in the year, we will cycle back and pick one of those topics again and maybe go back to life science or earth science. But we make sure we cover those 3 types of sciences. In 3rd grade, we start off the first 9 weeks learning about parts of plants. It's one of my favorite units, and traditionally we like to go outside and take a leaf walk and pick leaves from the trees and look at their leaf margins, their vein patterns, and bring them back to the classroom and discuss that. So we may do that. I'm not sure how that's going to look this year, but if you're at home, feel free to do that at home. We also learn in 3rd grade about classifying animals and how living things grow and reproduce. And again, these topics will be expanded as the year goes on, and we'll explore other topics also. This is just how we get started. In 4th grade, we learn about life processes, human body systems, life cycles, responses of living things. Those are our 4 main topics to start the year. In 5th grade, we learn about cells, and this unit is particularly difficult at times because of the vocabulary. But if you follow the study guides that I give you and are directly related to the quizzes, don't let the vocabulary intimidate you. We can get through it, and you'll learn some new words, some new terminology. And really, as I said before, if you follow the science, the answers to this whole vaccine could be found at the 5th grade level with this first chapter. If we learn how cells work, you never know, the answer could be right there. We're also learning about plant systems in 5th grade, and last but not least, in the first 9 weeks, we learn about traits of living things. Our online learners, we're going to have a video posted every day that will introduce our lesson. We have lesson plans of what we're doing at home and in school. Study guides are very important in science. They will directly relate to the quizzes. So if you don't have a book at home, you're going to follow the daily website. But as far as doing well on the quiz, you really need to know your study guide. So keep that in mind, whether you're in school or at home. Study guides are really your key to doing well on the quizzes. We have journal entries every day based on websites or maybe something from the textbook. But if you're an online learner, your journal entry will focus on a website. And what I'm looking for is 3 to 5 sentences of a summary of what the website or the topic in the book is. I would like to have complete sentences with capital letter and punctuation. Some of the students last year would do 1 sentence a week for 5 different websites. That's worth maybe 1 point out of 5. We want 3 to 5 sentences per day to get your 1 point for that day and your 5 points in a 5-day week. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's your thoughts on that website. What did that website's, for example, on cells mean to you? Briefly explain it. You should never pay for any kind of website. If that pops up, some kind of fee to get more knowledge from that website, you never have to pay for that. Also, we invite you to explore your own websites, and if the topic is traits of living things and I throw out a website for you to summarize and you find a better one for that day, say it's a Monday, use your own website and just let us know which website you used. So your grades come primarily from quizzes and journal entries, although we will be doing some other things throughout the year, such as careers in science, where you may get more points for that project. And we'll be exploring different options throughout the year as we learn more about technology and online education. As far as rules for the classroom or how you should behave at home, the main rule is respect. Respect each other, respect your teacher, and just have a general respect for everyone. And be prepared for the day, whether it's bringing a pencil or a tablet or at home. Make sure you get things done on time. And that all ties back into being respectful and just being an overall good person and keeping a positive attitude. So in conclusion, this will be a different kind of school year, but I am looking forward to it. It felt really odd leaving here on March 13th and returning many months later, and the classroom essentially hadn't changed much, but we will get through this. Just give it time, and as they say on television, follow the science. Thank you and have a great year.